Happy Friday, everybody, beloveds. Thank you for joining us today. And if you're watching the replay, we so appreciate you. Welcome to September the 20th, 2024, almost fall, y'all. And I'm super excited to bring back my Aroma-Sisters for another edition of season-inspired essential oil aroma talk. So without further ado, I'm going to bring onto the stage my Aroma-Sisters, starting with my Leeapril Burton.
Hey,
And my Shawn, the oil whisperer.
hey.
Thank you, ladies, for agreeing once again to bring this season inspired aroma talk. Truly appreciate you being here. And I would be remiss if I didn't send love out to our sister who isn't able to be here today. Dr. Sheila, if you're watching this, sweetheart, we send you much love and comfort and joy to you and your family. And we miss you and we look forward to having you the next time, sweetie. All right. Okay. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start with you, Shawn. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I am Shawn, better known as the Oil Whisperer, and I am a holistic wellness coach and aromatherapist. And I help women who suffer with fibromyalgia, just to help them to realize that there's something else. There's alternatives to get relief to their pain and suffering and the different symptoms that they have to deal with. So that is my specialty.
All righty. Thank you. And my Leeapril Burton, could you introduce yourself, sweetie?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Leeapril Burton, everyone. You all knew me previously as Composed Warriors. I have shifted a little bit, and so I felt like there was a need to focus on self-care. And now I focus on helping women to beautify themselves from the inside out. And with using Mary Kay and essential oils, of course, but there's so many things that we all can use. And so I'm not necessarily completely holistic, but I do use those modalities. So here I am.
All righty, thank you. And I am Danny, none other, your social worker and aromatherapist of Natural LID here on YouTube. And I married the two to help our overall quality of life and well-being. I'm partial to my social workers and counselors, though. I reach out and I share aromatherapy, not only for my broader audience, but for my social workers and counselors who I appeal to. All right. Okay, so we're going to get started. This is our fourth time being together, and we have a special treat for our audience today. So stay tuned. We have some essential oil inspired recipes that we're going to talk about and give to you as our gift to you during this fall season. So we're going to kick it off right now. We're going to start with our Shawn, the oil whisperer. And Cheryl, could you share with us what inspired you to create the blend that we're going to share with the audience today?
So I was inspired by I love a good diffuser blend.
Okay.
Right? And it's something about the oils and the combination of oils and the effect that they have on me. Okay. So this one in particular that stands out to me is called Hug in the Bottle. And look, that's what it feels like, y'all. It feels like you are actually being wrapped up and a nice embracing hug, because that cinnamon, is that warming oil. And ylang-ylang, I can't say enough about that. I know I talk about that each time we're on, but that's one of my favorites. And it's just so grounding and calming. And it's actually been commented on because I've shared these blends with others, right?
Okay.
And they have made comments like, I had one particular client that said, "Oh, I tried it and it made me feel like I was just wrapped up in a nice warm blanket." And then it has different effects on different people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get to take from it what they need at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And another client, she actually said that it actually motivated her to get some things done that
Okay.
she had not done before.
Okay.
She needed to pack, right, for a
Uh-huh.
trip she was going on. And she said she put that in the diffuser and it was like, okay, let's get to work. Let's get this done.
Right.
So yeah, that's been my inspiration to, create these blends just to help for um different moments, different times.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Now,
I
my
love that.
I
I'm
know, right?
sorry. I just really love that when you said a hug in a bottle. And when I think of ylang ylang, I'm just like yelling, yelling. It just made me want to play with the word. And you
Now, which way you said?
yelling, yelling.
Says it langy lang or longy long? I be saying it both ways. You know what I'm talking about.
I just love it. But yes, that's fantastic. I love the fact that you've received testimonials about it when they feel
Yeah.
like that. Man, that's so encouraging. So I hope,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over. I
No,
just
no,
hope that the audience really holds on to this list. If they're really interested, they should tap in. They
Yes.
really should tap in.
yes,
Tap in, y'all.
yes. So she has hug in a bottle. She has clear my mind. No
Yeah.
bad news. I
Ooh.
shine, you shine. Be
Mm-mm.
courageous. Gratitude. I don't know if you want to touch on those a little bit at all.
Well, the other one that stands out is no bad news.
Okay.
Like
Mm-mm.
that one, because it helped me so much till it's like it didn't matter what happened that day. You know, you could tell me all the bad news, or I'm still okay
All right.
by with that. That particular blend. If I
Uh-huh.
put that in there, it's like, you know what?
Uh-huh.
Everything is a okay.
You
All
know
What
what?
right.
That's
is
gonna
the
be my everyday blend then, because I don't need
yeah.
no.
No bad news. Right. Uh-huh.
And like I don't know why this just popped in my mind, y'all, but from the Lion King, Hakuna Matata.
Right.
It means
Yeah.
no worries.
No
Right.
worries. Yes, no worries. Be happy, right?
Yes.
That's what's up.
Oh, good. I
That's
thank you for
wonderful.
that. I want to be remiss to say hi to our audience. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi,
Thank you
Hi,
Kimberly.
for
Kimberly.
being here. Let's see. I've tried hug in a bottle, and I love the calming and comforting effect.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Thank
so
you tonight
Hi,
good.
for
Janina.
sharing that. Let's
Okay.
see. Nothing like testimonies. Yes, Shayla.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Man,
awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I so appreciate that.
that's
All right.
fantastic.
No bad news. Okay. All right. Any
Okay.
other? I love it. Oh,
Those are my two favorites off there.
Mm, mm.
I
okay.
put the others on there. Hopefully, the audience takes those and try them out and give us some feedback. We'd love to hear,
Yes.
your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Let us know. We enjoy that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that feedback. You mentioned about you're talking about the testimonies. Yes,
Mm.
on my website I have testimonies and people who come back. It feels good
It
when
sure.
Yeah.
people come back and say, "I tried what you suggested and it worked,"
Yeah.
or how it changed their lives or transformed their lives, and they'll never be the same. Particularly if they don't know much about aromatherapy, right? So it's an awesome feeling. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Shawn. Miss Lee April, you want to tell us about get to your blend, sweetheart? Your fall?
Yeah. So y'all, I love these blends because first of all, they're really simple. You
Okay.
only need three, and they're all very simple. Sweet and minty mornings. You just need 3 drops of vanilla, which vanilla I don't think gets enough attention.
Okay.
We bypass vanilla quite a bit because we get to focus on lavender and peppermint, those ones that stand out the most. But I feel like vanilla
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice partner. It's a
Okay.
nice partner in crime, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I wanted to put it with peppermint because I just appreciate the peppermint smell, but it kind of calms it down just a little bit. That vanilla does. So I really like that one, the sweet minty mornings. I like all of these honestly. So I really, but I'm gonna get to the last one in a minute because I did do this by favorite, which was
Okay.
the last one. The warm smiles, 3 drops of cassia and 3 drops of vanilla. Your vanilla is back in the picture because I just think it needs some attention.
Right.
And I like the sweet smell of vanilla. But cassia, y'all, it's a warming blend. When it's fall, it's cooling off during that time, and we all wanted this time to be cooled off. We want it to be cooled off, but sometimes that cooling can have an effect on our joints, on
Mhm.
our we get bundled up and we stiffen up a little bit. And so those warm smiles, this cassia, which is a very close relative to cinnamon, it smells very much like cinnamon, and it just smells so good. So like sometimes I'm reminded of when you walk into a grocery store and they have those cinnamon smelling pine cones. That brings me, it just lifts me up. So that cassia is what, I wanted to bring that out to my audience and then as well as myself. So spicy mornings, that's the one that I really like
Okay.
because cassia and peppermint together are both very powerful. And so that's why I have, if you notice, there's 5 drops on there.
Mhm.
Um, it's a little bit more than you would usually put inside of a diffuser, but cassia is so powerful and peppermint is too, but they complement each other so well. And then I chose these two because of course you want to use them in the morning time because of their stimulating effects. So I mean, that's my favorite. I've had wonderful experiences with the spicy mornings. I love the way cassia smells. I love cinnamon year round, but it's just I just have to share. I just had to share this with y'all. So I do hope you try it. If you don't have cassia, but if you have cinnamon, you can use that. But if you don't have it, just you got all of our other recipes here you can use. So, but if you definitely want to get some cassia, reach out to me. My email. My email on here is not exactly the same. I mentioned before that I'm no longer with Composed Words. I no longer use Composed Words. I've shifted and I'm working on rebranding and everything. So if you want to reach out to me now to get this cassia, or if you want to learn more about some essential oils, dig in little bit deeper, you can always reach out to me, burtonapril@ymail.com. Thank you, Kit Danny. She put that mug on there. That's wonderful. She's like, boom, there it is. And there it is floating across the screen, y'all. So yes, that's um those are my oils. Those are my favorites I wanted to share for the fall because I think those are really good for this time of year. And of course, I still have my sickle cell warrior. He deals with his ailments, his aches, and so I do know that a lot of pain is psychological. I'm not
Mhm.
saying
Right.
it's a I'm not saying it's crazy or anything, but I'm just saying it does affect us psychologically. And
Right.
so when we are in the right headspace, it really does help us to deal and cope a little bit better. So it may not completely take it away, but it does help. And so I still have my worries in mind when I do things too. So, but I am focusing a little bit more on self-care because I do believe that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You
All
got to
right.
take care of self as
Yes.
well as others. In order to take care of others, you got to be your complete self. So that's where I'm at right now.
Uh, Thank you, Lee April. I love that you
You're
brought that
welcome.
up about that self care. You're still working with your warriors.
Mhm.
and how has that been the response with your warriors, with your essential oils in particular, if you can
You know
recall?
what? My son still loves it. I don't get to work with as many sickle cell warriors as I would like to, but
Mhm.
I still get a really good response. You know, when the pain comes and we get real aggressive with it, with the oils, ma'am, it still works. And I'm still amazed. It never fails. It
Uh-huh.
never fails. So in these cooler months, of course, we're going to be using some of the warmer oils like the cassia. And
Mhm.
I don't know too much about applying it to the skin because I don't want to hurt anybody, but
Right.
I wouldn't recommend that if you're not working with anyone. But yeah, just at least putting it in the diffuser. But there are things you can apply to your body. There are some hot stuff that they have, like that Tiger Balm and stuff. That stuff gets hot. Or that,
Yeah.
what is it? I forget what it's called. It gets hot. I tried it one time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of oils that, man, that are just very stimulating, but very, they go deep. Like I will never let go of turmeric. Turmeric is my best friend, especially for that sciatica. So,
Oh,
man, that's another story.
I,
But
I thank you for
yeah,
bringing that up though, because some of the oils are hot, and so particularly peppermint can be hot to the skin, and you know, and you
Cinnamon
putting
as
a hot
well.
oil on yourself is, without a carrier, and that's why Leeapril recommended.
mhm.
Unless you're working with somebody or you're familiar, don't go try just dousing it on,
Yeah,
on
no,
yourself.
don't do that.
There's a reason why we mentioned diffuser because
Hmm.
it's less likely that you harm yourself.
Yes, yes, yes,
So,
yes.
yeah. I got a comment here that says, Lee April, those recipes make me want pumpkin pie.
That's what I'm talking about. You see what it does. That's what I'm talking about. They
I'm so
kind of
glad.
motivate. Just thinking about them, it makes you motivate. It makes you motivated. Very good. I
I
love it.
love that comment because I was going to say it maybe put me in the mood of the holidays. I'm already thinking about, ooh, Thanksgiving, you know.
Yes, yes.
So,
Ooh, yes. And I was actually thinking about Harvest. What is it? A Harvest blend or something they have out there. So I just wanted to use individual oils and put them together in order to create that sensation. So yes, I'm glad that had that effect on you because pumpkin pie is bomb, sweet potato pie is bomb, turkey is bomb. No,
go down the whole list.
man.
Thank you, Case Mobile Notary. Hello for being here. Thank you for being
Hello.
here.
Hello.
Let's see, we got another comment. She says, if you cut all the oils in half, especially the hot oil cinnamon, you can diffuse around your fur babies as well.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so let me preface that by saying that Shalane, I know Shalane, she is known as the pet nana.
Okay.
So she's speaking for the fur babies when we're speaking of the oils, because
Okay.
we know that we have to be cautious when using essential
Oh.
oils around our fur babies.
That
Yes. Because their body mass is not as large as ours and they
right.
could be more powerful for them. Absolutely. There is a process for working with essential oils with pets. You
I
don't do it the same
appreciate
way.
that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out,
Mhm.
Shawn. I was just about to go into it. I said, if you're not familiar,
Okay, because I
so I'm
don't
glad that you prefaced that because I know there's a process for working with essential oils with pets, and I don't cover it as
know.
much, you know, at all. But there is one to be conscious of. So
Yeah,
yeah,
very good.
thank you for that, Miss Lee April.
Thank
Now
you.
we're gonna cover. So I have a little bit of different. Instead of a diffuser blends, I decided to give you something you can use in the shower, in the bath. Okay. I'll start with my.
Before you get started, ma'am, I want to let you know you can take me off a float.
I was just about to do that. Thank you.
Okay, I don't want. I think
I was
I'm
just
like,
about.
yeah.
I
All
thank you.
right,
I was like,
there
wait
you
a minute.
go. There,
Let me bring that up. Okay.
there
Thank
you
you.
go. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't want that floating
No,
across there. You just get
we
to talking to him like, how am I supposed to get in contact with her?
right,
Okay.
right. No worries. And so again, I wanted to bring you a shower and a bath blend. And so you can use essential oils in a different manner. If you don't have a diffuser, maybe you have some Epsom salts at home. Maybe you want to try Dead Sea salts. You can blend essential oils with a carrier. Salts are another form of a carrier. Like you might hear us saying, using carriers on with essential oils like a hobo or grapeseed if you're going to apply it to the skin. But salts is another form of a carrier. Okay. And so in my recipe, I'm giving you either you can use Epsom salt or you can use Dead Sea salts. I like Dead Sea salts, but I know it's not readily available in all stores. But Epsom salts is pretty available. If you go to your big box stores and what have you, they have Epsom salt. And so you're going to use in this recipe either 24 drops of green mandarin or red mandarin or palmarosa. And I emphasize the word or because it don't mean all. Okay, we're not saying 24 drops of each. We're saying 24 drops of one or the other. And I want to share with you some key things about these essential oils that I absolutely love. So, green mandarin is good for relieving insomnia. It eases stress and anxiety, right? It's good during times of grief and loss, and it restores balance. So I love green mandarin for, at the end of the day, you want to put some in your shower. And one of the ways you do that is per the instructions. You just pour it in the bottom of your shower. So while the shower is going, you just pour it, you just pour the salts in the shower. Okay. So that's one essential oil I wanted to highlight. And green mandarin is typically known to be non-toxic and non-irritating when used in this manner. If you're going to use it any other way, it can be sensitizing because it is a citrus oil. Okay. Next is our red mandarin. So some highlights about red mandarin. It is definitely good in the bath. It's relaxing for all ages, and it's particularly good for children and or expected mothers. And it can help to reduce anxiety. So red mandarin is a good essential oil that you may want to try in order to help you relax after the end of a day, your children, or you want to put them in a bath, after they come in from school or playing outside all day or something like that. And again, I'm all about the safety. So this essential oil is non-toxic and non-irritating. It can be sensitizing though, because it is a citrus oil. So be mindful of that. If you use any of our recipes and you find that, you might, particularly one that you're actually immersing yourself in, like a bath, if you find yourself being irritated, then discontinue use. Okay. So I wanted to, let's see. I got a comment here. I like Dead Sea salts myself. Yeah. So Leeapril, you asked, I like Dead Sea salts because of the properties of it.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
That's just one of my my go-to carriers when I want to use salts. And so, personal preference. I've used and I have used Epsom salt, and actually have some here. So that I made up, and I'm usually, as the instructions say, I have it in a 4-ounce container. And so, like the instructions provide, you will be filling up the container halfway with Dead Sea salts or Epsom salt. Then add your essential oil to that, and then put the cap back on and shake it up. Okay.
Okay.
Then after you shake it up, you put the Dead Sea salts up to the shoulder, as they call it. Up to the shoulder. And matter of fact, I'm gonna take this down for a moment. Let's see, remove this so you can see me better. Then you go up to the shoulder, and then put the cap back on and then shake again. Okay, so the first time you're just filling it up halfway, then add your essential oils, put the cap on, shake, and then open it back up, put your Dead Sea salts or Epsom salts in there, put the cap back on and shake again. And you can use a 1/4 cup of this in your shower or bath every time you use it. So this is good for about at least 4 good applications. And if you have Epsom salt, Epsom salt come in big old bags. So you can.
It sure does. So I have a question because you know how You know how sometimes they have in the grocery store the Epsom salt that is like scented. Now I forget
Mhm.
who it's called because and they have the lavender kind. Would you
Mhm.
recommend to use that or just the regular Epsom salt or just the plain one? Which one would you recommend? What
I'm
what is your recommendation?
I'm so glad you brought that up because I have talked about that on my channel with a video talking about those.
Nice.
You can make them
Okay.
yourselves. It can be more cost effective to make them yourselves. Number one. Number two, the the items in the Epsom salt. My mother-in-law had brought me some with some lavender in it. Bless her heart. She knows I'm into aromatherapy. She brought me
Mhm.
some, but I
She.
can't use it. Why?
Oh,
My skin is very sensitive, and typically they have fragrance oils in them. I mean, think about it. They're mass
got it.
producing that.
That's
And what is the
right.
likelihood that they're having pure, 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils
Thank you for
in
bringing
it?
that up.
And so
Mhm.
read the label. If it says fragrance, that's usually a clue that that's not pure, unless it says for me, unless it says pure grade therapeutic essential
Yeah,
oils, that's a
right.
no-no for me because I get in the bath with
Mm.
that stuff and be whelped all over. Mm-mm.
Oh,
So I can't do that. So
okay.
thank you for that point. No,
Yeah,
it's more
it's
cost
ample.
effective to buy your
Right.
own, and lavender is one of your less expensive oils. It's more readily available, like your orange and what have you.
Mhm.
So again, it's more cost effective to make your own, and at least you know that it is pure therapeutic grade when you
Right.
do that, as opposed to guessing and you done
Yeah.
bought this big old bag. So
Yes.
just something to
Wow.
be mindful of. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna wrap up and we get let's see, add this back on here. My last essential oil, but thank you for that question, Leeapril. Wonderful question for those who watching now or watching the replay. Palmarosa. Palmarosa is my last essential oil that I want to highlight on here. Palmarosa is, let's see, it's good for, definitely good for skincare needs. Okay,
Mhm.
and when inhaled, it supports the mind, emotions, and it's calming. So it supports your emotions in calming effect, and it's uplifting. um and what else did I want to point out with this one? So this essential oil also, I'm all about the safety again. It's non-toxic, non-irritating, and it's non-sensitizing. Whereas when I was talking about green mandarin and red mandarin, if you actually apply that to your skin, because it's a citrus oil, it could be phototoxic, right? If you go out into the sun or sunbathe or something like that. But palmarosa is more mild, and you don't have to, with proper use, you shouldn't have to be worried about being in that way, unless you have an allergic reaction. Let's see, we got a couple of more comments. Let's see. Kimberly says, when taking a bath, you may want to get into the tub first and then add the product. Tub can get slippery. Oh, thank
Ah.
you. Thank you for bringing that up, dear heart. Let me remove this from the stage. Okay, so yes, pour the bath salts, and that's in my instructions. Pour the bath salts while the water is running and swish it around. Before you get
Mhm.
into the tub, swish it around again because essential oils does have a tendency to rise to the top. And you're putting your bum down in the bath in particular. You don't want essential oils touch your lady bits or your men bits, so you want to you want to be mindful of that. Okay,
Yes.
so thank you
Good.
for that point, Kimberly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see, and the quality of the essential oils if you make it yourself. Amen. Absolutely.
Yes,
Amen.
that's key.
Amen. Lavender is the most adulterated essential oil on the market. I'm so glad
Yes.
you said that. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. And so it
Right.
can be. It can be.
Yes,
So
it is.
that is what we
Oh,
have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Any final words, ladies? Do we want to leave contact information? I'll start with you, Shawn.
So I can be found on Instagram as the Oil Whisperer. Remember,
Mhm.
that's DA, just like it sounds. And um, that's on Instagram. And if you go on Instagram, there's all my links are there.
Okay.
So that's an easy way to find me
All
is
right.
through Instagram.
Awesome. Just like her tag says, the Oil Whisperer. I always tell her that
Yes.
sounds like a movie. The Oil Whisperer.
mhm.
Thank you,
We may
sweetheart.
see one in the future. The way she moves, that lady is moving.
Yes, she is.
You be making moves. She be like, "Oh no, yes you do. Yes you do."
Exactly. Exactly. And how about you, my Leeapril?
Yeah, so yeah, just you know what? My contact information is currently my email. And I get stuck right there, but y'all, it's not gonna be the same. You will see me on I actually have a handle on Instagram. It's called To Be Your Best Self. That's Instagram. And I
Okay.
believe Facebook is Your Best Self.
Okay.
Or yeah, I'll have to show you later. I'll have to, just
Mhm.
yeah, just look for me online, okay? You know my face. I got the red hair, the locks, and the crazy little earrings, the faces and stuff. So be on the
Leeapril.
lookout. If you smell some cassia, you know that's me. No,
That is too funny. That is too. I love it. Thank you, my Lee April, and thank you for all that you're doing in the community to help our sickle cell community, because
yes,
particularly
yes.
for us. So I thank you, and thank you, the Oil Whisperer, for what you do and showing up and showing out for those of
Mhm.
us suffering from fibromyalgia, and how you show up is such a blessing. I'm honored to know both of you. Okay.
Thank
Oh, the
you.
ditto.
Yes.
Ditto, Danny. You be doing your thing too. Yes. And being an ally to this natural world, folks need you. And I'm so glad you're out here sharing this safety information and knowing your what is it, your trade. And that's not the word I was looking for, but that's what came to mind.
That's
But
all
we do
right.
appreciate that. Yes,
I appreciate
absolutely.
you. Thank you. Thank you. And
Mhm.
with that being said, there's my email at the bottom. If you have any questions about future questions about aromatherapy that you might want to add, somebody said, go Shawn. Thanks for sharing. I want to make sure I get these comments before we log off. Thank you so much. This was fun.
I'm
Thank you.
glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Janina.
And let's not forget about our free gift.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. And so, again, reach out to me. I do have an A to Z series that I'm doing right now of essential oils for health challenges from A to Z, close to 300. So it's going to take
Mm.
me a minute to get through all of them, y'all. Okay. But
Okay.
today, yes, our booklet. Here we go. The Aroma-Sisters recipe booklet. It is. Let me put the banner back up here. I need to get it right. Get it right, Danielle. So this link is already in the description for you to download um, your recipes. So if you're watching now, watching the replay, make sure that you download the recipes. And thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with us. And we so lovingly give what we know to you in hopes that it will help you or someone that you love. And like I like to say on my channel, let us continue to learn, grow, and share together naturally. And if you like this content, you want to see more of us, then give us a thumbs up or give us some love or a like and let us know how you like it. So appreciate you. Bye bye for now. God bless you. I love
Bye.
you. Bye
Thank you for
bye.
joining.
Yes.